In the heart of a sprawling, ancient forest lay a small village known as Greenhaven. Hidden by towering trees and thick vines, it was a place few outsiders ever saw. Here, children grew up with tales of magical creatures, secret trails, and enchanted rivers. The children of Greenhaven were not like others, they were wild at heart, as if the spirit of the forest itself flowed in their veins. Each day, as dawn broke and the mist hung low over the village, the children would gather near the great oak, a tree so old and enormous that some believed it had been there since the beginning of time. The great oak's twisted branches seemed to reach out protectively, shading their village, while its roots created hollowed spaces just big enough for the children to slip through. In those early morning hours, the children played games that were a mix of hide-and-seek and treasure hunts, always guided by stories passed down through generations. One legend spoke of a hidden glade, deep within the woods, where the spirit of the forest, the Glimmering Elk, would appear to anyone pure of heart. The children, led by the fearless Elara and her twin brother Finn, often dreamed of finding it. They had heard whispers of it from the village storyteller, Old Mara, who would spin tales of its beauty and the magic it held. One crisp autumn morning, when the leaves were ablaze with orange and gold, Elara, Finn, and their friends decided to go deeper into the forest than they'd ever ventured. They packed berries and nuts in woven pouches and brought along wooden whistles carved by the village elders to ward off any curious creatures. Together, they journeyed down a winding path, one they had only heard of in Old Mara's stories. The forest grew thicker, the sunlight fading into speckled patches as they walked. Eventually, they reached a stream of crystal-clear water, flowing gently over smooth stones that sparkled in the dappled light. Remembering Old Mara's words, they followed the stream, for it was said to lead to the Glimmering Elk's hidden glade. As the afternoon light began to dim, they came upon a quiet meadow surrounded by ancient trees, each draped in vines and moss. The air was still, yet it hummed with a quiet, watchful energy. And then, as if from nowhere, a soft glow appeared at the edge of the meadow. Out stepped the Glimmering Elk, its fur shimmering like stardust, with antlers that seemed to weave the forest's magic into their shape. The children watched in awe as the elk gazed back at them with wise, kind eyes. In that silent moment, each child felt the forest's heartbeat, a deep, steady pulse that connected them to every tree, creature, and stream. They knew, then, that Greenhaven was their protector, and they, its guardians. After the elk disappeared into the trees, the children returned to the village, their spirits lifted.